We got married in 1956 and I was 19, coming up to 20. These were all my brothers and sisters on here, along with Vinny, my husband. So I've only got one sister left now because the other sister went to Australia as a £10 pommy, and that was what all the immigrants that went to Australia at that time. Not heard from her for years and years and years, so I don't know whether she's still alive or not. I started nurse training when I was 29 and had 3 children, and I went to Bolton to train as a nurse, and then I trained as a health visitor and had a 4th child in between that. So I worked as a nurse for most of my life, really, until I retired, as a specialist nurse dealing with diabetics. I was a diabetic specialist nurse. I was a member of Gingerbread. You heard of Gingerbread? Gingerbread is an organisation for one-parent families. So I was widowed when I was 35. It was at a time when one-parent families were looked down upon and were sort of not considered very nice. And somebody started this organisation in London and they called it Gingerbread. Ginger meaning to ginger up the authorities to provide more bread, i.e. money, for single parents. And it worked actually, because very soon after that single parents were treated better, and it was through the work that the Gingerbread organisations did. These were a holiday in Great Yarmouth. I was pregnant with Martin at that time, and he was born in November 1970. And we went in the summer to Great Yarmouth with some friends who lived a few doors away, Olwyn and Ellen, and Tina and Mark. Now, Olwyn minded Kay. Kay is the youngest of the girls. Vinny, my husband, who's your great-granddad, although it wasn't the last holiday we went on, it was one of them, and he died in 1971 when Martin was just 12 months old. This was a visit we went to the war cemeteries in Italy. It affected me because the futility of war, so all these, and you look at the inscriptions on the war graves, they were all young, 19 and 18 and 20, these young lads who'd gone and been killed in, this was the Second World War, but it was just as bad in the First World War. And of course, remembering the beginning of the First World War, there's been a lot going on this year. And we do find, I mean, even Jill will say, my eldest daughter, with very few photographs from when the husband died and Martin was 12 months old, right up until the children started taking photographs themselves. I mean, nowadays, people have thousands of photographs because they get them on the phones. I didn't have time. I was so busy working and bringing up children and didn't take a lot of photographs, and with very few photographs of that period. But a lot of them have been taken since the children grew up, of my holidays and my experiences. That's Harry, by the way. Harry's my partner now for 15 years nearly. Harry and I have been. When I started going on holiday, I was going on holiday with friends. I had a particular friend I went on holiday all the time with. There's none of them, pictures of her, who died a few years ago. And then I met Harry, and we've had loads of holidays since I've met Harry, so